Good evening, everyone. Welcome into your edition of Talking Fitchburg for today, Monday, September 28th. I am Andrew Bamlett. Welcome in. Hopefully you all had a great weekend, starting the week off with a probably the warmest day of the week. So it's going to get chilly out there, folks. So be ready for that. I'm Andrew Bamlett. I'm filling in for Jeremy today. He will be back tomorrow. And hopefully everything goes well for me here today. And don't worry, you'll have Jeremy back anytime. All right, today we have some headlines. We have the Monday, of course, so it's Fitchrona construction update. I only have a few of those left, not too many before we are done with those completely. Done. All over. That's crazy to think about that. That project is coming to an end. Which is bittersweet. Nice to talk to all the people we talked to, like Steve, but at least all the construction will be done, and the amount of work and effort that went into that project is amazing. And again, we'll have that for the digest today. And then Jeremy sits down with Tiffany from the Better Business Bureau of Southern Wisconsin here, and we talk about Preparedness Month. It is Preparedness Month. I know we're hitting at the end of the month, but it's still Preparedness Month, and never bad to be ready and to get kits together and that kind of thing. So we'll talk about that here in the guest segment today. And then, of course, we wrap up the show. But first, we're going to get into it with your headlines. And we're going to start with a flushing notice. The Fitchburg Utilities spring hydrant flushing will start on Monday, October 5th. So that's next week. And we'll finish by October 16th. Flushing will occur Monday through Friday from 8 to 3. Due to flushing, the water may be temporarily discolored. The discoloration can be cleared by opening the cold water tap to full flow for a few minutes on your faucets. Please do laundry in the evening when water is clear to avoid damage to clothes. So again, that'll start next week, October 5th through the 16th, that Friday. So 2 full weeks of this. And again, it's 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. So avoid damaging those clothes, folks. Make sure your water is clear before doing any washing of clothes after the flushing time, 3 p.m. on the weekdays. All right, also we have Irish Lane is closed currently through the rest of this week. So Irish Lane from South Saline Road to County will be closed to through traffic from September 21st through October 2nd. Closure dates may change due to rain delays. From the 21st to the 23rd, that part is done for the bridge, and now we're on to the 24th to the 2nd of October. The road will be closed to through traffic only. All local traffic will have access from either direction. If you need more information, please contact Thomas Ballwig from Public Works here in Fitchburg, 608-270-4266, or email at thomas.ballwig@fitchburgwi.gov. So be ready for that. Also, we have Fitchburg Police Department hiring. So if you're interested, the City of Fitchburg is accepting applications for lateral and entry-level officers. You can go to the fitchburgwi.gov website to find more information on that. And of course, you can see this lovely graphic we have here. Applications are due by October 11th. And again, they have lateral and entry level police officer movements. So if you are from a different city or village or already have police experience, there is lateral movements here available. So please send in your application. And we did just talk with Lieutenant Edward Hartwig last week about this. So if you're interested, check our Facebook page for that. And then also we have from the Better Business Bureau, we have some tips. Vehicle shipper and escrow scams growing as demand increases for online vehicle purchases. So social distancing guidelines during COVID-19 pandemic have fueled an unprecedented shift on online shopping for consumer goods of all kinds. This is including vehicles, with particularly high demand for recreational vehicles. Many online platforms list cars, trucks, vans, and RVs at very low prices, with sellers offering to make third-party delivery arrangements if the buyer pays via escrow. In reality, neither the automobile nor the escrow company exists, leaving the buyer without their money or their car. In an in-depth investigative study by the Better Business Bureau finds that thousands of consumers have fallen victim to this scam, with losses totaling millions of dollars. The study, Virtual Vehicle Vendor Scams, BBB study reveals the growing scam using fake cars and escrow companies to steal the unwitting customers. Points to a heightened risk from this scam as demand increases for online vehicle purchases. Also, according to the study, websites such as Craigslist are rife with advertisements for low-priced vehicles, with seemingly eager sellers often claiming that the reduced price is because of an upcoming military deployment overseas, a divorce, or a death in the family to whom the vehicle belonged. Victims are directed to pay a supposedly independent third party, typically by wire transfer, to hold money in escrow and ship the vehicle. However, no vehicle is to be delivered. Scammers sometimes claim that the transaction is protected by the eBay Vehicle Protection Program. In other cases, they invent bogus websites connected to shipping escrow companies with addresses in towns across the U.S., particularly the Midwest. These sometimes use the names and addresses of real businesses and car dealerships. Available data suggests that fake online vehicle sales are increasing, but the scope of this fraud can be difficult to gauge because many law enforcement agencies do not track it as a separate complaint category. Internet Crime Complaint Center has reported receiving tens of thousands of vehicle escrow scam reports with losses in the tens of millions. Criminal cases likewise reflect millions of dollars in losses. BBB receives hundreds of BBB Scam Tracker report annually about fake vehicle shippers and escrow companies, with 41% of the victims reporting they lost money. So again, if you want more information, BBB recommends that law enforcement efforts to battle this fraud continue to or increase. Coordination and training on this fraud throughout the law enforcement community could be useful. International cooperation between law enforcement agencies should be priority. BBB should continue to share information with law enforcement and educate the public about red flags for this fraud. And platforms that scammers use should consider ways they can improve efforts to screen out the defective ads and educate users on how to avoid them. Again, if you want more information on this, go to bbb.org. There's also the Scam Tracker, which is really nice. So if you run into a scam, you can get that on the BBB Scam Tracker website. And again, all the information is on the screen for you right now, so you can write that information down. All right, and also we have the County Executive Joe Parisi announces first 2021 budget initiative, $2 million for Urban League to acquire property of minority-owned business hub. So county dollars to purchase real estate to jumpstart Southside project. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi joined Ruben L. Anthony Jr., President and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Madison, to announce that he's putting $2 million in his upcoming 2021 budget to help the Urban League purchase the site of an economic development hub along the South Park Street corridor dedicated to supporting minority-owned businesses. The project will be modeled after the Sherman Phoenix project in Milwaukee, an entrepreneurial hub in the Sherman Park neighborhood providing high-quality commercial space and support for small businesses. The Sherman Phoenix project serves as an entrepreneurial incubator for small businesses and helps develop businesses created by people of color. Funded by a mix of public and private dollars, Sherman Phoenix has become a community hub housing a mix of retail, health and wellness, beauty, and art-based small businesses. It has a food hall showcasing numerous different vendors who share kitchen space. Entrepreneurs who are part of the Sherman Phoenix receive mentorship and coaching as they grow their business. The model is one that Dane County and the Urban League hope to duplicate on the south side of Madison. Back in July, Dane County announced that it would contract with the Urban League for $100,000 to create a one-year project position to coordinate this effort. The Urban League has hired an individual to pull together planning processes related to the facility, conduct a site search, and develop the facility's operational structure, financial modeling, and business plan. This work will also include outreach for selection of prospective tenants for the new business hub. Much like Sherman Phoenix goals, the future economic development hub will be the support entrepreneurship, whether it be through mentorship or coaching, to support entrepreneurs of color and help them grow their businesses, generate business jobs, and support the local economy. Through this effort, Dane County and the Urban League want to build community wealth and engaging neighborhood partners, supporting small businesses and demonstrating that socially just and culturally rich projects can be successful in disinvested communities. Again, this will be in the 2021 budget, $2 million for this project. So that's pretty cool for that. All right, that's going to do it for headlines today. Coming up next, we're going to have the Verona Road construction update. And before, as we head to break, here's a look at the meetings coming up this week.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Behind every 2020 census taker's mask is a friendly neighbor. They're teachers, retirees, vets, people committed to doing right by getting the count right. If you haven't responded yet, they'll be stopping by to ask some simple questions that will inform how billions in federal funds are spent on local services every year for the next decade. So when they come knocking, say hi from a safe distance and do your part to support your community. Time is running out. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're now in the digest section of the show today, and we are talking the Verona Road construction update for this week, the 28th through October 2nd. Just a reminder here that all lane restrictions and work operations are weather dependent and subject to change. Access remains open to area businesses and neighborhoods in the project area, so please continue to patronize the area businesses. So let's get into it. Not a whole lot has changed here. So County PD between Fitchrona Road and Commerce Park Drive, eastbound and westbound County PD Road are located on their respective lanes or on respective sides. 2 lanes are open on westbound and eastbound McKee Road within the project limits. So be alert for crews and equipment near the travel lanes as they finish up those medians. Open turn movements at Nesbitt Road and Capac Road intersection. So these are in their, they're still working on the medians there, but the turn restrictions there are permanent and what the layout will be. Left turn closed from westbound County PD to Hard Rock, but this turn movement could open next week. So stay tuned for next week. If it looks like that could be opening up real soon here, which is awesome because that's been closed for quite a while. But you still have right turns open to and from Hard Rock, eastbound County PD. So you can turn onto Hard Rock and turn off of Hard Rock to go right on eastbound onto PD. And hopefully, again, that westbound will open up next week. All turn movements are open at the McKee Road intersections with Fitchrona Road and Commerce Park Drive. Remember, from Commerce Park Drive to the east is a different road project going on through the city, not the Verona Road project. So pay attention to those on our Wednesday shows. We usually have an update for you on that. So work continues to complete the median turn lanes at Nesbitt Road and Capac Road intersection. That's pretty much the work going on right now. So plan ahead, concrete asphalt items along with traffic signal work and restoration to continue throughout the week. Potential for traffic to be shifted into the final traffic pattern the week of the 12th through the 16th of October. So again, we'll have more information on that next week. Now here we do have some photos here. This first one is a good action shot of these medians being worked on. So asphalt paving is going on along McKee Road in Fitchburg. In late October, 3 lanes will open in each direction. You heard it here, folks. 3 lanes will be going each direction in late October. So please slow down, stay focused, and remain patient. Protect workers and protect yourself. So again, pay attention, put those phones down when you're in these work zones, as that is a state law, and pay attention to the road ahead of you so everyone gets home safe, including those workers working day and night to get this project done. Here we have another kind of a throwback shot. 1 year ago, they were pouring concrete for the new Fitchrona Road lanes under the Williamsburg Way Bridge and over County PD McKee Road, as well as the interchange ramps. So this is a shot of the new Williamsburg Way Bridge. And remember when that was completed, we were out there on that. And then them completing the lanes underneath that was a year ago on the 25th, so last Friday. So that's pretty cool. And I can't believe it has already been 1 year since that has happened. That is absolutely amazing that it has been that long. And also, of course, Steve would like you to know that we do not have any more open houses or anything to that effect. So please contact them if you have any information that you would like to know. You can still reach out to the team and get what you need to know from them. And of course, we have the Fitchrona Road project website. We have ours and the Fitchrona Road Business Coalition, fitchrona.info, and the app that have been amazing to help us out here through this time, letting you know what's going on. The app giving you resources and a whole bunch of other deals and specials for the area businesses impacted by this. And again, hopefully all this will be done very soon. So that's pretty awesome. This project is getting there. You know, things are opening up. Things are starting to get done. So it's really cool. And really excited to see this project finish up on time here. All right, that's going to do it for the digest. Next, we'll be sitting down with Tiffany from the Better Business Bureau talking about National Preparedness Month. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hola, Julia. ¿Estás lista para tocar con nosotros? Yo tocaré mi clarinete.
Y Alma tocará su tambor.
Tambor ruidoso.
Bueno, ya sabes qué hacer, Julia.
Julia sabe.
Dado el autismo de Julia, los sonidos pueden ser muy fuertes.
Y hace música a su manera.
¡A tocar!
La detección temprana del autismo puede hacer una diferencia de por vida. Conoce más sobre la detección temprana en detecciondeautismo.org.
Welcome back again to Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Better Business Bureau here in southern Wisconsin, I've got Tiffany. Tiffany, thank you for coming back on the show. And one of my favorite months, and it's because it's Preparedness Month, all September. Making a plan, all the things that go into being prepared could not be more important as it is today. I have said for years that I wanted to make a kit, and I've had a small kit, but this was the first year that I actually built a kit. And it's a good peace of mind thing. But tell us a little bit about the month and why it's so important to plan ahead.
As we know, disasters do not plan ahead. They're going to be there and you may not be ready. So September, National Preparedness Month, we want you to make a plan and practice your plan. That's extremely important, to practice it. Don't just make it and shove it into the corner thinking that you're never going to need it, because the disaster will not plan ahead. If you're not prepared for it, it may be a turbulent time when you're trying to get through it versus, oh, we've practiced this, we know exactly what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got some discussing some questions with your family on putting that plan together. Talk about those questions.
Well, where will you go? How will you receive emergency alerts? Who will you notify? When you practice that plan, practice it with all the family members who are involved, those people who you're going to call and those people who are in your family, including your pets. Extremely important to include those pets. Pets can get anxiety too. And if they're not sure, or, oh, I've left the dog, he's hiding under the bed. You really want to practice it with all involved in the event that an emergency happens, whether it's a natural disaster or whether it's something like an accident.
Yeah, absolutely. Super important. And we talked about earlier in this month, Tiffany, about packing food for the pets as well, because it's something you might not think of on even if you're gone for a couple of nights. You have all the meds and everything for your kids, but the pet's super important too. Talking about learning life-saving skills, that's a big one.
You want to know where your water supply is. You want to know how to turn off the electricity, the natural gas. If a natural disaster should occur in your area, are those tubes and valves accessible, or are they behind all of your rummage sale stuff in the basement? You want to make sure you know where they are and how to turn them off, because you're going to have seconds to do that if a disaster occurs. You're not going to have time to move all your rummage sale material to get to them or figure out where they are. So make sure that you know how to turn those off. You also want to make sure that you know how to keep your home safe from cooking fires, any type of electrical fires. Make sure that things aren't in front of vents that could set on fire. Don't put your Christmas tree in front of your gas fireplace. Simple things like that. Be prepared.
Yeah, when I think you think of the worst case disaster, but really, just day to day, there could be things that could affect your life, like a fire or a flood or something else, wind damage from a storm. So, think of all of the the areas that could impact your life there. Insurance coverage. This one, I bet you will spend a little time on, because a lot of people think they're covered for more than probably what they can either afford or be defended by.
Insurance is your best line of defense. You want to make sure that you have reviewed your homeowner's insurance. If you don't know what it covers, find out what it does covers. Did you make any improvements to your home lately that are going to increase the value? The home prices are going up, the replacement prices are going up. You want to make sure that you have enough coverage if something should happen. Not only your homeowner's insurance, check renter's insurance. If you don't have it, look into getting it. You also want to look into life insurance if you don't have it. Review your life insurance policies and your health insurance as well. If you're traveling outside the state, make sure you know what hospitals you can visit, what doctor's offices that you can visit. Extremely important to know beforehand, rather than in the heat of the moment, you don't know where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Check into that. You can always call your insurance agent and ask about those things. They'll be happy to help you understand what you can be covered for and what you are covered for. And that's probably, again, across all of the insurance platforms. Finally, saving for an emergency. The old emergency fund, Tiffany.
Always important to have an emergency fund in place. They say job loss, you want 6 months emergency savings, not only in the bank, but you also want to make sure that you have some liquid cash in the event of a natural disaster. Banks could be closed, ATMs may not be working, and the only thing you have is cash. Make sure that you have some cash on the side that you can easily grab in the event that you need it.
Yeah, super important to pull all of those things together. Again, you never know what could happen out there before this. And I would add into this too, being prepared for, let's just say it was a disaster, tornado or wind damage in a part of the city that affects your block. You could have scammers coming through as well, Tiffany, that, try to prey on you on a loss.
Absolutely. Scammers love to capitalize on disasters. Wind damage, tornado damages, you're going to see door-to-door sellers show up at your door. Something like a natural disaster, maybe a phone call from scammers, charitable donation, charitable scammers, every type of scammer imaginable. And if you think about it, we're in a pandemic right now, which is really a disaster. So scammers are out there, they're capitalizing any way they can. And think of a disaster as anything from a health emergency to a pandemic to a natural disaster like a hurricane that wipes out a whole city. So just be very careful, plan for the worst, but hope for the best.
Absolutely. And I think too, knowing if you had to call a home repair, people, if you have roof damage, how to deal with those, all those things could be put right into your plan. So think beyond just the emergency kit, water and food. Think globally on this when you do put these together.
Right. And if you're looking for home repair companies, make sure you've checked out those businesses ahead of time and you know who to call or who you're going to want to call, not after the fact where you're trying to look for somebody to figure out who's legitimate, who's not, and is this a good company to work with?
I think of what you said when we talked about the locksmith and checking in ahead of time. So you know that it is a legit company. Seems like a very good plan. Tiffany, if people want to learn more about, we covered a lot of areas here. I bet you got a lot of resources available for people.
bbb.org is a great resource.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Tell your dog hi for us and we'll check back in with you later this month.
Thanks for having me.
You betcha. All right, Tiffany here from BBB here in Southern Wisconsin. Certainly appreciate all of her help and take this time to put that plan together. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
I expected it to be a lot easier.
I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. I didn't know what step to take next.
I was transitioning from the military.
I was a vehicle gunner.
An avionics specialist.
I was an MP, military police.
My friends thought I could do anything.
I missed my unit, my family.
Playing with my daughter, I felt like a stranger.
I was overwhelmed.
I couldn't sleep.
I just wanted to be by myself.
I didn't have a clear sense of what to do next.
I was too proud. And then I thought, if I'm going through this, other veterans have gone through it too,
right?
I started to open up.
And it made a huge difference.
So I reached out and I saw that I wasn't alone.
Because before I was able to take on my next mission, I had to take on just taking care of myself.
To find purpose.
We are not alone. Other veterans have transitioned from the military and overcome mental health challenges. Visit maketheconnection.net.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back again to Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show today, I want to thank Tiffany for joining us and getting us prepared for National Preparedness Month and giving us some tips there. And of course, I always want to thank Steve and thank you for all the Fitchrona Road information you've given us over the years. And anything else we can do for you, let us know before we wrap this up. All right, that's going to do it for me today, folks. Remember, stay connected with Fact TV. We'll be back with Jeremy tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.